So you know how we do at the INO podcast already. We love to have great conversations with great drinks. And with that being said, I'm happy to say that we are sponsored by Campari. So let me tell you a bit about Campari now. The unique, intense nature of Campari's vibrant red color and multi-layered bitter taste is the trademark of a connoisseur, stimulating the senses through a captivating visual and taste experience. I want you, if you have not tried this already, to try this. We love Campari, have it at your next line. Campari, respect the bitter. This is the INO podcast where we all about healthy debate, honest conversation, and talking beer junk. Information, knowledge, observation. This is the INO podcast. INO, information, knowledge, observation. Also, I know nothing. We got Malik Moores in the building.
Hey.
We got Kofi in the building.
Yo, me.
My name is Marcus. Rome somewhere about. Gianni should be here, but he ain't here.
Wow.
So when you watch this, you know that you should be. Don't worry, the bigger Gianni. And we have a very special guest in the building. Special because this is an INO vet. There's somebody that was here. He was at INO since when we was at DJ house.
Yeah.
Big up DJ Simmons. Man, look, I want you to raise your glass. Now, honestly, raise your glass with you. This is the first time in a long time. My glass empty.
Shame.
Raise your glass for a legend on the INO podcast space. Big up Gibbzy Dan, man.
Gibbzy Dan.
Hey, welcome back to the show, brother.
Yeah, man. Listen, I so happy to be back here because, I've been watching these episodes for a long time and I watch the evolution, especially when I go through on the channel and I see all these different backgrounds in the thumbnails. That has some backgrounds that was front hoses and thing and stuff. And it was
it's
like,
true.
I can't wait to get in this one, boy.
Back. But yeah, you here.
I finally hear Rubadan, yeah.
I got you song out and thing. Everybody gotta go and listen to all. If you could describe what the premise behind all right now is so we could talk about it in your own words.
Well, I really excited that this is the first time I publicly speaking about this song. So, you're breaking the duck on this podcast, so that's good. So the song all, first and foremost, I gotta let people know that this song is 4 years old. Which means that this record probably like around the time when it was in tongue and stuff like that.
Wow.
Yeah. It's serious. What happened was that when we recorded this song, it was made with the intention of being in the Bashment Soca competition for 2020. I had a whole vision for it. I wrote it with the purpose of performance in mind. That's why it going a lot of horns and thing and instruments that you could easily replicate.
Oh, when you say horns, no, you right. Or you say horns, I thought you meant horns. They're horns.
So it was designed in such a way that it could be replicated easy with actual instruments and stuff like that. So I was thinking far ahead. I didn't want to know what happened in 2020.
Right.
So when he
What happened in 2020 again?
Regathering.
Right, exactly. Right, that's what happened, right.
So when the pandemic hit now, we had a conversation, me and the producers, Large Off, Noise Boys,
For
and
sure.
DJ all the time.
Yeah, man. I was saying.
And we had a conversation, and I said, fellas, I believe in this song too much. And I think it would be a travesty to release this song in a dead year. We don't even know when we can get back crop over now and everything. So the man was like, yeah, Gibbs.
If you better get back.
Yeah, boy.
Yeah, that's true.
Facts.
Start from
Yeah, you're right, Mosey. So I still, we can hold on to this for now and see what happens. So 2020 went long. 2021 come, we still wasn't much better off. 2022, I was finishing a degree. So I didn't have no time for music. It was about focusing on getting over the finish line and stuff. So everything was in perfect alignment for 2023 now because it's like, all right, out of school, pandemic seemed to be over and everything. So crop over back in full swing. Cause last year was kind of like a experimental crop over.
Yeah, little saying.
So I still didn't think last year was the best year to put this out either. But now that we back to full normalcy and thing, I just feel happy to be able to come back with a song like this here. So
right. So he back in 100% full authentic Gibbzy Dan. All right, let me get into what he song about.
Yeah.
Straight.
Right, so
what's the inspiration behind it? What is the thoughtful and intense, in-depth inspiration behind this song?
I'm so glad I get a chance to actually large off this man right now because he's the person that put this idea in my head. Large off my barber Mario. Yeah,
big up barber though. I know, big up Mario.
Big up my barber Mario. I want to plug you right now. Forever Cuts Barbershop. The bottom around the hill, man, kind of the hill. Put the right hand side there, so opposite Amity Lodge.
See.
Yeah.
Oh, it's like, that's a big plug, boy.
That's a big plug, so that's my guy.
Nah,
People
boy,
usually
you
pay
don't
for that
get
sort
two
of thing.
heads off of that, boy.
Yeah, I had a guy in that man since 2017. So there I was in the barbershop, barbershop conversations, how this going thing. And I can't remember. I mean, it don't take much to end up talking about boxies.
Right.
Oh no,
It
ever,
don't take
Last
much.
call,
ever. Oh, that would know.
But we was talking. yeah, we can talk about boxies.
Right, we talking about boxy just now. Can't we?
But we was talking about something, and the whole Critchlow thing come up. Because Critchlow is part of the lexicon now.
Right,
For sure.
Critchlow is a word now that means sign.
right.
Right.
It
Is
transcends the
that a
man.
French law?
Yeah, yeah, it's that a Christian. Right, it's not
Yeah.
a noun. It's not just a
It transcends the man himself.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So
Thank
we
you,
was-
Dr. Critchlow. We
Yeah, man.
love
We
you.
appreciate that for real.
Yeah.
Yeah, large off, Dr. Gregory, So
Big up Greg.
Gregory.
Actually, no, my
That's a
first name.
Gregory.
yeah, go call you Dr.
Yeah,
Gregory.
big
no
up
more.
Greg's, man.
Remember first name basis. Well.
Avant Blue, put on Instagram, man.
Yeah, check out Avant Blue. You get directions to Avant Blue too. But yeah.
So we was talking about something to do with, the whole boxy versus a real boxy thing. And my barber said something along the lines of, he and Kev is a Critchlow or not, or whatever. And I started to laugh. And this thing all again just come to me. And it started like rolling about in my head. And I was like, Mario, I feel like I got something, I think a seed no plant that got germinate into a concept no. And he was like, oh, okay, well, if you got something around with it, man. And I went and messed around with some stuff. And I remember coming back to him and letting he hear the chorus I had come up with and thing. And he said he got ear for hit songs because I ain't gonna call the names of the people that he affiliated with, but they got some artists in Barbados that has some big songs that he would have heard beforehand. And so, yeah.
That's it.
Mhm.
That's on pickup.
That's it there.
Yeah, he's the man that his vet songs, true, right?
Right.
Mm.
So he tell me, Gibbs, I like this here. So it was just a matter of now getting some instrumentation done. I went to Noise Boys because them is pretty much my main producers right now. I don't know if I really work with anybody else since I worked with them over the last few years. And I love the process of working with these men because how I met my music is that I used to play a very hands-on part with the beat construction.
Right.
Because for me, the pulse of the song is very important. Yes, I could jump on the beat somebody met, but I tend to want to have a part to play in the construction of the beat. Because what pulse it got is whatever the pulse
It has
is.
to be like a boxy slap, literally
Yeah.
like that. And then the
Whether
ricochet.
it's pace, whether it's
Ah.
sign, in between, I gotta determine that first.
Lady Jock in tempo.
Yeah.
Ah.
Like with the not to deviate too much, but with the Christmas scam song, the Blessing Circle
Yeah,
song.
the blessings.
Yeah,
yeah.
That was
Yeah.
a hit.
Right.
Yeah.
So
Uh,
wait, so do you actually when you think about the beat and thing, you think about how the girls is working out and thing to it first, and then they kind of like work backwards?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes
Yeah.
I used to work backwards for true.
Mm-hmm.
I used to call it reverse engineering, right?
Mhm.
So like with the Christmas song,
I was looking at a Beijing 2 video and be like,
what
yeah.
what's that? What's that Christmas thing that's going? Sorry,
Is it
sorry,
Home
no,
Alone,
that's
though?
my song. That's my
That's
song.
yours.
Right.
That was like, that sounds
Sorry.
right.
Y'all be the money, y'all.
Yeah, sorry.
Yeah.
But I know
You
that's
think that's good?
is it
That's the first Noel.
What that name?
No.
I don't know what that is.
That'd be first Noel.
Yo, these are heathens, boy. Yo, these are
that's prominent in Home Alone though. Jesus Christ. I
Yeah.
can see it now. Like that's the scene before Kevin said he drops.
But that was the feeling that I wanted to give my Christmas song.
Mm-mm.
That when you hear it, it got that Christmas vibe.
Right.
So then I was listening back to some stuff, and then I just hear I owe people money repeating in my head. So then we get Chantel Martin, Large Off here, Conda,
Yeah, big up.
to come true and do she operatic thing and create that. So all I'm saying is that is a very intricate process and everything. And I like to be hands-on from the beginning. So same thing with this beat, we start messing around with some bass lines and thing, and we build some stuff from there. But Looney, I can make sure I credit you on camera for documentary purposes, because before this song was what it is now, this song had no guitar. I don't know if when I noticed it got a rock guitar in it. It's used very sparingly because it don't overpower the song, but
Right.
there's a rock guitar in this song.
Mm.
And before it just sounded like a typical bassman. Dum, 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 dum,
Right.
dum, dum,
Mhm.
with a little bass line and thing, right? And I was cool with that.
Mm.
But then Looney come to me now. The man had the eyes big and glassy like Puss in Boots.
Right.
Correct. And the man was like, Gibbs, I want you to hear me out. There's something that I think that will carry this over thought. I used to was that man. Because I know sometimes you can overproduce a song.
True.
Sometimes you just hear it and you just want to add things and add things and add things. So I said, Looney, what is you want to do with this, And he was like, just hear me out. Because he already played in.
That's funny.
So he hit the space, the key.
Play.
Please call it
Space bar.
space bar.
That joint's hitting.
It's just a start.
I mean, it's a dashboard, big man. He hit the space bar and this thing started. So I was like, all right. Then I hear. And I was like, what in the Michael J. Fox Back to the Future this man think this is up?
Yeah.
And the man was just there looking at me like, please. And I hear.
This man will work 6 hours for
Yeah,
that.
yeah, don't ask for permission, ask for forgiveness.
Imagine this, boy.
Okay, but I want to ask you though.
Yeah.
Okay, so the philosophy behind the song and the meaning behind the song. Can you tell the difference between a mop and a real boxy though?
In some cases, I could tell when signing right because
Is
when
he
you,
ties?
when you see a person with extremely slim legs
Yeah, easy legs.
and the ass real big and broad, and they got a small hips too, probably to get signed do. Because I find the tight thickness does
got caught
The
up
thing
in
is,
the
relation
relation.
with
Yeah.
it.
I could think of girls with like naturally small legs and a big boxy. That just how they look.
Like who?
I can't think off the top of my head,
You
but
mean,
like
you mean cock off girls?
Cock off and big boxy is two different things. Because I got some girls that from a profile view,
mm.
the cock off.
Right, the cock
Right.
off.
But the
it's
slim.
It's
Mm.
slim though.
But it's the hip. This
But when you hit
Easy spread.
here,
Nah, the hips for sure is a selling point.
Yeah.
You can't go.
when you look like a standing mixer, right?
right.
That's when you know.
For sure.
Yeah.
Right. That there's got something that tricked me though that the hips is be wide, but then when they turn the side profile like it almost flat.
Yeah.
Well, that,
Like-
them more inclined to be natural.
Yeah.
They're more inclined to be natural, yeah.
Yeah, the boy ain't gonna pay for that.
You just pay for girls pay for hips and no ass though.
White or flat. I had an ass before. I went flat. No, I'm like, I ain't like, oh, this ass. Who gonna pay for that?
Yeah.
So much girls don't turn off this podcast.
Yeah,
No,
man.
but if you are paying though, you want the best thing. Though.
Yeah.
That does make sense.
But it was important
Take it
for me
from
to
porch to
establish
last
that I
lick,
didn't
last
want to make
skip.
the boy feel bad about himself.
Right.
Right.
Because at first I was gonna make a song where I was saying I prefer this, and I was like, nah, Gibbs,
So you been in.
all inclusive, man.
Right. It's like
Because
it's like a fact.
just because you had some work done, that don't mean you're a bad person or you should be ridiculed or
Nah.
ostracized from society. So
Agreed.
my thing was, welcome everybody.
But I
You know
do
what I'm
realize that is like a kind of a stigma that when girls do get the body do, I think people would be like, man, she mock.
Yeah, like if
But
the
I
whole
don't-
person could help it.
Yeah.
Nah,
And I
man.
don't think that's right. Especially with the girls.
My bosses come a long way too, you know.
They have.
Yeah.
They have.
You remember historically, my bossies, them is things that could have shift. You jam in something, and the whole thing shift and go.
Because it was
Yeah.
I remember it used to be saying you could put
My
on.
boss- yeah, it was.
You used to put on a mock
Yeah, you used to
boxy.
put on.
Yeah, you used to put on. You could have buy my bossy
You said
and
you-
one thing.
You said say Allison Haynes had one for years now. But you said like
I
something you
think
could
I do
put
that.
on.
But
You've
alright.
never heard someone say that?
I've never heard that before.
It is a
I
was going
I've
to
heard that.
I was going to National Sports Council camp and they were saying so shit. What are they telling me?
He's
This is
right.
years.
I know he's right.
You're right.
I know he's, I just don't know if I would have said.
Yeah, what? I know the God saying I did something that I did not know about up until recently called a body shaper.
Yeah,
I think it's that, right? Where
Nah,
it's like
dog.
Oh,
I saw a body shaper where it's like it's get the body like breasts and not only a flat
Yeah,
stomach like
I
a
saw
corset,
that.
but
I saw
that
that.
also
I
little
saw that,
boxy
bro.
too. I was
that,
like,
that
sight.
thing in the video that you see, I don't know if you remember the shot where I used to be like
These two things be?
the things that were the two things that
Right, the
was
two-
on the individual cheeks.
Right.
Right, those.
I discovered what that was just 2 days ago, big man.
What is it called that?
I
Then
think
you
it's called a
resuscitated?
body something, man. A girl I know that got a Instagram channel called Beijing Lifestyles, large off. Sabrina, she actually went and get signed do, and she got a whole video going through the process and everything.
Oh, it's like
So
Oh, is like plump up the boxy?
is use some sort of process to remove unnecessary or excess fatty tissue from certain areas of the body.
Oh yeah.
So like, kind of like how I guess you use short waves to science so man, it's some sort of technology.
Yo,
man.
this science getting over my head.
yeah. But I know
Yeah.
about that. Like,
Man, this short waves of shit boxes be.
yeah, but I thought I think that
And
was.
global warming is a thing.
Man can't figure out how to start like global warming. I think, but he make like.
Dog.
But I think is if somebody fat, there's take the fat and there's make your stomach flat, take the fat off of that and then put it in your
That's a
boxing.
fat transfer.
No,
right?
that is a
like a
surgical
BB.
procedure.
Right, yeah.
But then like a
That's the
BBL though.
Yeah, you man be harvesting.
Right, then the BBL.
Harvesting? You never saw.
Yeah, I hate to see it, but
They got minus between.
Yeah, it's be aggressive. It's
but
be aggressive.
that lipo.
That's late for.
But
Yeah,
then,
that's
they
lipo.
move the fat and put it in your box.
Yeah.
Right, that's a
Yeah.
fat
Yeah,
transfer.
Yeah, but like Paul does just take it out and try it with.
So then what's the BBL
When
then?
the BBL does take it
Take
out
it out
and
and
put
put
it
it-
somewhere else.
I thought
Right.
BBL thing is like putting something all together.
Nah, that's the old ones. The new ones got like it's usually
So,
all
wait,
fat.
but not bony girls just got BBLs, be? Shouldn't see how the BBL, where she get fat from?
What should I do?
She looks sweet as France, you mean?
She did look sweet before.
Nolly, no. Nolly, no, B.
I ain't no way.
Nah, she look good in all farms. That's
Yeah,
what we
Shancy
getting
is a
at.
good looking woman, man.
I just saw her in person. She's very impressive in person.
Nah, she's really beautiful.
She's
She is
extremely
really
good looking woman.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But wait, what? But we want to think about how they got the male version of BBLs now, where you can like be 6 feet tall if you're like.
Oh, nah,
Bright
fire,
lights,
fire.
Oh yeah.
Fire.
yeah, yeah.
She got bright lights, is it?
Yeah, go
Yeah,
bright
man.
legs
Yeah,
and
they
then
got
put
insert
inside.
insert
I
sign.
mean,
in.
Sir
rods or
Rods and
something.
foot.
Yeah, so you could be 6 feet.
And it's like,
But
these-
what is doing your torso?
Yeah, that's got me.
Imagine going too long.
Yeah, so no,
no,
that's
so no, I just hit on stilts,
yeah,
man.
that's a stilt, man. Yeah, that's a stilt, man.
I gotta like learn to walk again. I think.
Yeah, for real.
So trippy.
All this,
So I
right,
know
for
as
a
short
woman-
man- as
All
a
this for a
short
woman
man,
to just like give more attention.
Just make more money, man.
Yeah,
I
that's
promise
so,
you,
that probably
invest every cent you just spent in that surgery.
If Kevin Hart out here
And he hard
doing
enough.
doing he thing, just make more money.
Yeah.
You know
Man,
what I'm
more
saying?
money, develop a personality. Read a joke about me.
Right, I feel that's so much easier than breaking all your bones and
Joke.
putting in rods.
But
Putting
seriously,
in rods, I think.
but y'all get me though.
Yeah.
What you do with your torso and your neck?
There's this particular episode of
You
SpongeBob,
might
right?
go along with. Cause my neck kind of long.
Oh, so if you got a long neck, you be a lot more proportionate. But
Right.
Yeah.
imagine a man with a short neck, but he won't be taller.
Like,
Yeah.
Right. I got a short torso.
You can look a mini.
So if it was to get longer legs, me,
Gibbs, you get me though. That's
Yeah.
what- I don't understand that.
But I would like to think that these people doing these procedures will got enough of a conscience to say, listen, this might not look good on you.
Yeah.
I always bypass after that, though.
Yeah, that's actually so true. That is so true.
I can't have like 4 more inches on my body and it just is bare leg. That ain't making any sense.
Kofi, that is nuts. People are actually
That is
purchasing
crazy.
that surgery.
That's nuts to me.
Nah, people doing people also doing the hair plugs too.
But you
Like,
know
men-
everything-
I understand hair plugs.
You know
100%.
everything.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah.
That is an
But
investment.
you know everything
Alright.
to start. Everything to start like what was the word? Lord, this camp already hitting me hard, boy.
For real.
My vocabulary
Everything to
gone.
start kind of like obscure and fringe,
Mm.
and then it
Right.
slowly bleed into
Yeah.
normal society.
Right,
So
Right.
I sure in a few years you can see more people breaking the foot. Cause imagine, all right, imagine a man that he dreams of playing the NBA.
Mhm.
Allen Iverson was 6 feet flat. Some people say he was barely 6 feet, like 5'11", as I playing against men that's 6'7", 6'8", 6'9", all kinds of thing. And men used to say, listen, if Iverson was 6'5", it would be all over for the NBA though. Because
Yeah.
this little man with just only 6 feet has so much heart. I used to terrorize people, Kobe Bryant, so that, listen, Iverson's one of the cruelest things I ever faced, and that man was only 6 feet tall. So imagine if a man with Iverson skills now in the future decide, man, 4 inches will probably bolster my position in the NBA.
Let me break my legs now.
Let me break these here.
I'll put them back together.
The issue with that is, right, as an athlete, you kind of start to kind of release like wrist and start injuries.
Yeah.
Like a break foot could end your career, but if you break both feet, no, I mean,
If you're perfect, so you break them and then heal them back with
Right.
my rods, I don't know what I can do.
then you gotta
That is
learn how
a
to
good
walk,
question,
and then
though.
you gotta learn how to jump, then you gotta learn how to run.
Yeah.
But then,
Yeah, you're right.
But then also, the men doing,
Mm.
men doing versions of BBLs too, where like the like sculpting
ab thing
abs,
be?
yeah, the sculpting abs.
Yeah,
You think
I
women
hear
do
about
that? When it was sculpt like fat abs, like abs made of fat, but this look like abs.
Wait, what? I didn't know about that.
Sense to me.
But that's in like they as in they are sculpted to actually look like abs.
You know,
but
I
they
can
just
do my
fat.
daily man spray paint. You
Right.
The 3D version of
Or
that.
Yeah,
strap a pack of salt bread on you.
Right.
But nah, Marcus,
I was doing like that things, man.
Man, good old
I
hard,
feel men
good old
are
hard work,
getting
man.
into our procedures, man.
Them is overnight men that want things quick.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
know. I
Them
can't
sort
do
of men
it.
is being Amway and
Them
things.
is men to stay far from.
I'm way more.
Them is Amway and Forex men.
Man, I say wake up, no way. What was the other one? Unicity?
Yeah.
Shoot. Yeah, boy.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, people
You would consider, do y'all think that's like less masculine in a sense though?
What do you mean?
Like,
Amway?
yeah, as a man. As a man, as a man getting not physical procedures, but plastic, I guess, cosmetic procedures. Then
Listen, I got a problem with men wearing connect along and all kind of things.
Oh yeah, that's a whole other
I
thing. too.
game lots put on. I even got a problem with that.
Men game mock things is weird. That's
it's weird.
I ain't gonna speak on locks and thing because I never tried to grow none. I ain't part of that world. But let me
Give
ask
them
you,
one fast.
as a man that grow your
Offended
locks
locks, man.
yourself, you don't feel like it's a rite of passage that
the struggle stage, right?
yes, when you can see another man with locks and know he grow his
I ain't gonna be really man, right? Like
stitch on some.
last week or week before, I bought a partner of mine in KFC Warrens. I ain't call your name, but big at you. And, no, that's my guy for sure. But like, the man got locks though. It's like a good like 9 inches off here, and like week before the man was this. So I try and figure out like, yo, B.
I can't.
You can imagine for the guy with locks to them.
That's exactly what it was. It was like I land in KFC. I heard somebody show my name, and I know his face, but I got locked. So like I turn around.
No, but you will feel aware like he kind of cheat the system. Like,
We spoke about it. We spoke about it.
Yeah,
I was like, so what happened in my eventually struggle phase? I was not very right because like, yo, but you can't expect to do that.
But Kofi, remember the struggle phase though? Growing
Dog,
up your hair was
there
rough.
is a
We used to wear hats.
my boy DJ Tongue girlfriend. She went BCC with me, and the girl used to call me a bug because of my short tennis. Called me lots of short. B.
Right.
I went through years of torment.
And that is one of the main deterrents for most people.
Yes,
They don't want to go through that.
and that is why I
Yeah,
could feel
sure.
good knowing people like compliment me from my hair.
Yeah, I used to be like,
For
I know what you went through to get
plot
this
hair.
here.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
For plot hair, man. I got to represent for plot hair, man. For plot hair, man, is when you got we make a helmet. We can't roses start.
Just stay, B. Just stay. You really protecting yourself from injuries, though.
That's your back, your head pulling. That way your head won't do so. Right?
Yeah.
That's,
I flirt with that. Because you know the time to plait your hair
you get a
was-
helmet stage?
my hair, I didn't understand my hair, so this hair was horrible when I was younger, big
Right.
man. Like I learned how to deal with my hair now.
Right.
Like probably like around 28 is when I figured out the code to my hair.
Right.
Before that, my hair was like troll plaster, big man. And because I didn't know what to do with it, and I don't want to make this a hair conversation, but what I would say is that, honestly speaking, they know you could do with my hair back then. It would have cut out your hand just trying to.
Nah, but you're right, because that's why I locked my hair. Is like I didn't want to have short hair all the time, but
Yeah.
I didn't think that plait hair thing would work for me because I didn't know what to do.
Yeah, man.
It worked, and I think he lost it better on you though.
Right. I also know you didn't want to make it a hair conversation, right? But like I glad that is a thing in schools now finally.
That mean that
Oh,
Like you
the
could wear
law, yeah.
you could wear
Oh.
your natural hair like
The
anyway
policy,
as a man.
the grooming policy, yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Mm.
I ain't sure how I feel about it.
You I'm open ears. I
You
want
know-
hair, but
wait,
nah,
you-
I genuinely want hair.
Wait,
hair possibly.
in terms of how you feel, pause.
We pause this episode of the INO podcast to tell you a little bit about Campari. Campari is one of those drinks that I just love to play around with. Right now, we drinking Campari with a little bit of soda water and just a splash of orange juice. I ain't gonna lie, right? It can end up tasting just like grapefruit. And you don't know nothing ain't really Beijing like a grapefruit. Campari, INO podcast, we coming right back to you. Campari, respect the bitter.
Anyway, we were saying here in school.
I know. Same about me. I like it, but then I don't know, man.
I feel like you feel it's a slippery slope.
I think so.
Towards what though? Like, what's it at the end of
Yeah,
this?
I'm trying to
Like,
understand
Do you
what
know,
it's
do you
saying.
know yet?
Man, I don't want to get canceled in here, man.
Nah, let me hear. Let me me explore it for
I
you.
don't know. It's like I don't know. Like sometimes I just feel like we are bandwagonists as a country. Sometimes
Nah, that's I agree 100%.
I feel like we start these ideas just to be kind of follow pattern, but they're not well thought out, as in all the permutations. You know what I mean? So it's so much the little man platinum in here and going to school, they hear platinum. I like it cool with that. As a plat here, man, I go respect it. But all right, what next, man? Like we need some sort of standard, some sort of code.
Yeah.
I feel like sometimes we just slip the standard as each generation kind of progresses.
Until there's almost none.
Until there's none. Like, and I feel we there though.
But okay, but wait, but do you see anything wrong with the man having the plait hair?
I just
that,
said
I
no.
no, but I mean at that age though. At that age is the question. I think you are a conservative man.
But cheesy.
I think so.
I look.
You don't sure what I see word like this no more, boy.
Okay. Look, this is my thing.
People feel I mean Nazi.
Or Republican.
Was it
I think that
Sorry.
there was value to my rebelling against what I considered was the cultural norms. There's value in coming of age and coming to that age of being able to make decisions and executing those decisions based on knowledge and based on doing things on your own volition.
So you mean like the independence of making the choice
Yeah,
to
of
grow
making
my
a
hair?
choice, yeah.
Okay.
So that's why I'm worried. There's like a campaign against people want to say, oh, well, you conservative. Is exactly the thing that you just said, oh, you're a conservative man or whatnot. I'm pro-choice, people making their choices. I just think that children need to have some kind of law until the point that they can make their own decisions and then they rebel against it.
Mm-hmm.
But we keep moving the bar, and we have like these successive generations of children who don't understand how to make a decision. Society is making these things for them. They're thinking that they're one way when they haven't developed enough to understand themselves.
Thoughts, man?
I get you, but like I don't know if here is that point. Because I also see it from like the standpoint of like be like coming out, you see little boys with plait hair. There's not in nowadays times. In our times, little children, little boys have plait hair.
Yeah.
So like
school, you plait little boy hair.
Right, because I mean you ain't cut the baby hair or whatever, you let the baby hair plait it or whatever. So I just feel like it's just something in my head. Like people I believe Marcus, I'm assuming, don't remember, but I had longer hair than most in school because his hair was curlier.
Nah, B.
Oh, safe. But like that's the thing you would see though.
I was boring all my life. I was boring all of
But that's the thing that you see. I'm pretty sure like we're aware that's the thing though.
Yeah.
Like even like when they had the 1 inch rule in school, they had men that was clearly longer than 1 inch, but because your hair was of X texture.
You mean here, right? When you said 1 inch.
I don't want to talk about this no more.
No, you want to
Yes, yeah, me here.
Okay, cool. All right.
We losing Marcus, bro. You start with this.
No, like that was and maybe. But right, I'm just saying like it just accessory almost like something personal to you. So
go ahead.
I just mean like how I pick my shoes, I pick my bag, like just another one of those things.
What are your thoughts, Gibbs?
I think I understand where you're coming from. Because to decide to opt against something as opposed to something being put in place for you before you could even appreciate what is that being done for you, I think I understand where you're coming from.
Anybody here, man?
Yeah, I had my hair struggles and stuff growing up and thing, but that was because my hair was just not presentable in most cases. So I did gain flack from Black people and people outside my race. So it was just like, again, like inundated with all this negativity about your head.
But that's not really cut off, Gibbs. But no, you mentioned that your struggles. That's another thing too. hair technology, for lack of a better word, has evolved since our times. Like we know how to tame coarse hair now. Like it ain't really a hidden secret. Like the product's there. You know, like okay, well this hair, your hair tough. You put this in your hair, and then it can be curly or whatever. You know, to get waves easy. Before that was a hidden secret. Getting waves, be. I thought I was saying is born with.
But I want to say quick. My issue with my hair growing up was that number one, I used to wash my hair too regular.
Yeah,
I thought I had to wash your hair like 4 days a week.
It makes sense,
right? I used to. I had no proper base in my hair, so like my hair was just drape on top of drape on top of drape, and then my mother would rub grease in it.
Right, Vaseline
or Dax.
Dax, boy.
Dax was like this thing like beeswax, big man. And when you rub it in your head, it was just a compound situation, a bad treatment for top of
not a moisturizing yet, you know.
On top of ignorance. So you understand?
Yeah.
My hair used to be terrible, but then the first thing I had discovered was Proline hair softener, right?
Yeah, boy.
That's coming in the black bottle. And I realized that when I put that in my hair.
Remember when I first come down?
Yeah, because when I put that in my hair, at night my hair would feel like I need Enrique, big man. my hair would feel so suave, right?
Suave.
But next day, it hard again. So I was like, I only go out at night now. Right?
I love that. That's a compromise.
And I tell myself, imagine I meet a woman now and she got she hands all in my head. In the nighttime, in the morning time, now I got hot sushi in there. So I was like,
midnight.
Yeah. So I had crap.
Play my Cinderella.
So I had crap party code. But thank God for your internet. They got a lot of nonsense on it, but they got a lot of useful information out there. It's how you use the internet, right? When I was 28, big man. I remember I was doing some reading. I was just tired of the situation. I was like, I tired of this here. And I remember reading something about glycerin, right? And it said that glycerin is a humectant and is draw moisture from the atmosphere. I was like, humectant? So they say, combine 1 part glycerin with 3 parts water in a spray bottle and spritz it in your head and rub it in and left it. So I was like, it worth a try. I try everything else. I tried the dots. I tried the Brill cream.
This is really a part to you that you got your hair situation on the country.
Yeah, because I never liked to have my hair cut low. Okay. I never felt that was me as a person.
Right.
I used to feel like a Bobby big man. Nah,
that's such a tortilla.
No, you want to say I ain't thought about a Bobby in years, me.
So it was important for me to Gibbs, if you want to grow your hair, it gotta be manageable, man.
Right.
So I tried this glycerin thing now, buy the glycerin from the pharmacy or wherever.
Right.
Spray it with some water and thing, and I tied on my head with a do-rag. Next morning I wake up, I undo my hair, and I put my hand in my head. And my head to feel silky, big man. I know. I shed at least one tear.
After all these years.
It might feel like a crack of code. You gonna understand.
Right.
28 years of living.
Right.
And my hair was the worst thing.
Right.
People used to make beer sport at me and thing, So,
wow.
So I do some more reading and thing. Now I realize, all right, so that's the base now. And once you got the base now you could apply certain things that will carry what we talking about. Like the leave-in conditioner and stuff like that. So yeah, that was a whole discovery for me, big man. And it all started with Google search. That gave me the glycerin and thing.
What the fuck are you doing this hair, man? Huh? What the fuck are you doing with my hair?
Real talk. So
I got a real nigga hair. What to do?
I think I got good quality here in the sense that it real strong.
Right.
And it will make the locks.
Right.
I have been told so numerous times, but I just didn't ever take the chance to start the process.
Right.
You see,
maybe one day, man. I know.
They got a few words that you've been saying, that I've been hearing, like quality and not presentable and thing.
All right, hold. Don't come with the hold.
My thing on this, right?
I share Marcus.
My thing on this, right, is my only issue with the rule is that
you're going perfect.
My only issue with the rule, my black brothers,
right,
is that it was anti-black. How come the Indian boys with long hair, you don't hear nine? The white boys, you don't hear nine?
Yeah.
But with we, is the issue. If you believe that the hair is the issue is the length, then make sure it's consistent. But the fact that the we is the issue it really shows that Black people don't really care about, how our hair grows and that kind of thing. So when it comes now to this, statements like not presentable and thing, and to be honest, it's ingrained in me too. But I had to understand that not presentable because what? Because our type of roughage is seen as not presentable and gotta be treated differently to the persons that may have a smoother type of hair. Like that I don't think that's fair. So that is where I was looking at it in terms of that with the hair.
No, which is valid.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What has always been the curly hair, man? All right, man, that does before the struggle.
I gotta stand up for one.
You realize that?
Yeah.
What? You got stand for one?
I gotta stand up for y'all. I good, bro.
These men
I am
This
I am
has
good
never
at
been
content.
persecuted ever.
I'm so good.
But then all of a sudden,
I'm so good. Yeah, you know you white liberals that just like
Yeah, man.
But
you
here,
make a very, very valid.
I remember a time when it was a bank teller. I ain't calling it a bank name.
right.
I remember, I transact some business for this woman. Simple transaction. How much you withdraw $50 or something. So for she,
From a teller?
huh?
Sorry, never mind.
And the woman text she receipt, and I was like, all right, have a nice day, mom. And the woman text she receipt and stare at me all of her. You need a haircut.
You ain't crushing your face.
No,
Right.
because I got cameras. If it was 1857, so I offer, okay. I point only tell a line because I had a guy with that not the straight Indian hair, the curly one. And he had a good set of hair, but he had him like a whole broccoli, right? So I point down to he and I offer, look at that fella down there, so that Indian fella. What you tell he nothing? And she starts staring at me real hard and thing, and I offer, I don't think your issue is the height. I think it's the type.
Bars.
And she snatched away she receipt. And she went along with your business. And I
All
offer.
$50.
You didn't make a believer out
Get
of
away
her.
from
Have a
me,
nice day,
nigga.
mom. So yeah, we know.
Wait, she was black. She was black.
A black woman.
Of course. But this was a thing because there was a certain individual that was allowed to grow his hair at our alma mater, right? But he had that kind of hair tight. That two fellas know what to think of it. All right, then the issue that man used to get exempt all the time.
See that? You see that?
So I used to wonder, wait, so I had another fella used to get, tell he got to cut his hair, He used to wear like a Scottie Pippen, but a big one, right? He always used to get in trouble with at school on him, but the curly hair man never used to grow their hair out.
Look, the reality is, right?
Just to endorse what you were saying, Marcus.
Yeah.
The reality is that kind of hair just don't sit well with a lot of people. It just don't. Most people prefer something that falling and flowing, or at least you can see through it.
That's
For
how
instance,
we
you hear
learn,
like
though.
Coral Big Man, people just get frightened. You understand?
Like what else he got going on?
But I appreciate
What you
the fact
hiding
that
that hair?
I appreciate that I got corporate women that decide to going back like that.
Right.
So you could go in certain companies now
There's
in
definitely been a
Barbados and see
movement.
CEOs and thing, and women with high paying jobs that just got the hair like that.
I know.
Chief accountants and thing.
I know several employers and HR managers that said that they only up until recently they admitted that they didn't hire people that hair was a certain way.
Of course, man.
And it's like,
But
It's
things
just so
change
strange.
slowly, man.
yeah.
But anyways, fellas, man.
But yeah, about the bossies, right?
Yeah,
but
man.
yeah, right. About bossies though.
Oh.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, okay. So right. So we segueing from here to bossies,
Yeah.
right?
It's a bossy hair.
That's
Oh,
a
no.
natural transition.
On the bossy here. Oh shoot! There was something that
Hello?
you meant. No. There was something that you mentioned, Kofi, earlier about feeling less masculine.
Yeah.
I want to know if there's got little things that one is do every day that feel less masculine. Know that we on this whole talk about like retraining our minds to do certain things
Yeah.
and like to look at things certain ways.
Uh-huh.
Like just now, Kofi, when I was going to the car, I used your Crocs to go to the car. I will
know.
admit.
I wish you didn't do that, though.
I will admit. Right.
We might go and stop the show.
I will admit, right?
Uh,
Every time I come here and go to the car, not a day goes by, bro, that I don't use your shoes to go to the car. But that's the only point. I'm making, right? That's
What's happening?
That's not the day goes by, right?
Yeah.
But when I was slipping my
You feel violated?
Dog!
yeah. But
I can't watch them be.
but as I slip my feet into these shoes, right?
What is happening?
As I slip my feet into space, right?
Coffee is
My
not
question
happening.
was, right?
What is going on?
Something,
I'm so sorry.
something about this feels kind of soft.
Okay.
And I was like,
wonder why, though.
right,
What do
okay,
you mean?
well, the question is, should it though? Should it feel less masculine?
What?
Why is my masculinity in question? Because we were in the
My question, Margaret.
No, that's my
You question your own masculinity.
But that's why I ask it.
The man don't question himself.
you
ask
just-
the room.
But that's why I ask
Bro,
it.
You find the masculine person to go outside.
But that's my question.
The man don't want to. The man say he's doing it every time.
Yeah, I
Ain't
can't.
like you was bare pooch in a t-shirt. I mean, you
The
do
man
that.
was doing it with his
But my thing, okay.
Marcus.
What about us men
Serious,
though?
man?
There's got little things that the men's ever feel like less masculine doing.
Yeah, for sure. So one of my side jobs, I do like streaming. So I'll be operating the camera, and it's a fairly big camera. So if you want to hold it steady, it's best to lean on something. But sometimes I'll find myself like leaning on something, but my hip out here.
Oh.
So like I gonna catch myself. I'm like, yo, but I want the camera. I can't find me. So I try and reposition myself whilst keeping camera steady and making my hip feel a little masculine. And the whole time I was doing that, I'd be like, yo, you past 30, dog. What the fuck you doing? Like, just relax. Nobody study you.
Yeah, you see, you said the most important thing. Just know that no boy ain't studying nothing. certain
No
things,
one is
man.
being.
I mean, don't get me wrong. Everybody, I really don't want to make this one them identity based conversations. But to be perfectly honest, man, like I got my parameters for what I consider masculinity or the lines that I draw for things that I just don't think I should be doing.
Right.
And whatever you lines is, it
Right.
really ain't nobody else's business per se. But I just see myself a certain way.
Right.
Mhm.
And as a result, they got certain things that I just wouldn't do.
Right.
You understand?
Mm.
And certain things that I just feel more like I feel in my masculinity a little more when I do certain things as well. So like when I in the gym and thing and I really going in hard, I just feel like, yeah, I doing something for the betterment of myself. I feel good about myself right now. But when you're doing dishes and thing, like the other day the peeling some yam, right? I put on an apron call.
Apron.
When yam when certain kinds
That's
of yam
off.
hit your skin, it start to itch and it spread. I know if I'm allergic to yam skin or something. So
Definitely will go on.
But a time
Yeah, I don't know what that
Yeah,
is,
boy.
bro.
a time piece of yam, I was hacking a yam and piece of the skin do so and hit me on my chest.
Mhm.
And my whole chest started to itch. And it was the worst itch I ever had in my life, and it started to spread. I was literally like scratching and alcohol and all kinds of things.
And vegan says
Yeah,
it's a
don't grow on
safer
yams
option.
again.
So what he's doing now when they peeling the yam, if I ain't feel to put on a long sleeve shirt, I just put on an apron now. No, I hold him in a boxer, and now I go on an apron and thing. So sometimes you might look at yourself and just laugh at the fact I hear the apron peeling the yam.
Right.
You understand? But I guess it's how you do it too, you know?
Yeah, you gotta do it aggressively.
So
But
yeah, man.
one of my things, but okay, it's like when I home
Mhm.
and I wearing a shirt and no pants, cool. No, I'm sorry, when I wearing a pants and no shirt, cool.
Yeah.
If I wearing a shirt and no pants, nah, be some of that can stick
Yeah,
out.
nah.
Mm.
I would not. I would not.
That's same.
I
but
definitely would not go outside like that.
Right.
Right.
Even when I going outside, a pants and no shirt,
Cool.
that's manliness all day.
Right.
One on one,
Be good. That makes
But
everything cool.
Because as a matter of fact, that's how you cut. That's how men cut.
Yeah, man.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, that's like
On the apron, apparently.
that's a Bruce Lee action figure right there. So,
Exactly.
for sure.
Yeah.
but a shirt and a pants, yeah, that's.
I don't know why,
But if another man do that, all right, cool, man.
All right. Mosey got any that you can think about?
I've had, well, all right. I got a daughter.
Mhm.
So there's certain things you just gotta do when you want a girl child. Well, not one.
Yeah.
We got it.
When you have
I'm
a
not ready to
girl-
give her to be wed.
Yeah.
Somebody don't down 3 numbers watching
That's
this, right?
so true.
I just like
That's
delete them
so
quick.
true. some parts of fatherhood could feel soft.
I can see that.
Like,
Yeah. Like, all right. The other day I had a Nia, she into, you know, your favorite. Nia, she's into like makeup and thing.
Yeah.
She's the only child. So
Yes. I see where this is going.
I had to, wear some makeup and thing.
oh well.
It felt soft.
Big man, I see some of the molliest men. They had this thing with some men from the UFC,
Right.
Randy Mall. I was shopping for the daughters and thing. These men that could kill you with a bare hands.
That's a fact.
But these men that soften up for the daughters. I know if I had a daughter that I would be a mess too, So I feel like
I got pictures.
Kobe Bryant.
Kobe Bryant
was-
I take.
Kobe Bryant
pictures?
used to praise himself on being a very masculine male.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like the term alpha because it's meant me kind of cringe a little bit.
Very much. So.
Yeah.
And I hate to hear men referring to themselves as such.
Alpha males is
Like,
weird.
If you was an alpha male, if that exists, I think other people will see that in you.
Right.
But you ain't gonna label
I
up
don't
Don't
say-
be self-proclaimed.
label-
Yeah.
please.
That's very
Yeah,
beta.
don't be
Don't-
self-proclaimed.
Don't want to say he's an alpha male. For
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah.
That's
You
a
know
beta
what I'm
thing to do.
But Kobe Bryant was a man that he was a father of 3 girls up to when he passed away. Well, 4.
4.
Yeah, 4.
One came after.
He called himself a girl dad.
Yeah.
You understand? And he didn't hide that. So if Kobe could be proud to be a girl dad man, do the thing, yeah.
But think about how happy
Yeah.
that's meant. She can never forget the times that wherever you was there.
Yeah,
you know.
because she made me take pictures.
right. She would never forget them because
Yeah,
they can be
man.
on. She will just know. But the feeling that she get,
The
knowing
bond
that
they
you
create.
there, they ain't got nothing more masculine than your daughter feeling proud of her father. So at that same time thing.
Yeah, man.
Now, something Gibbzy, I just realized you did. You named a couple of men, or your idea. You named Bruce Lee and Kobe Bryant. I just want to know, like, for the room, fictional or real? Like, who are some men that are your ideas of a good man, or like a masculine man?
I can tell you who I model myself after in terms of my standard bearers. Goku.
Right. That's
No,
good.
for sure. A
That's-
man that
how you
knows no
very-
limits. I like
And
that.
Right.
let me tell you why. In fact, Goku's like it for me, Like, and let me explain why.
Not the best father, but
Yeah.
Right.
Yes.
Yeah.
You could get your parental advice for sound well.
right.
But just in terms of the embodiment of what you would call pure determination
Right.
and self-belief.
Mhm.
You understand? Why I appreciate Goku so much as a fictional character is because Goku's a man that when he just chilling and having fun, he seem harmless, right? He's unassuming. He's not the brightest person when he in a casual
Yeah,
situation.
he's a lovable idiot though.
But he's a genius level fighter. And he will become whatever he gotta become to get the job done.
Mm-hmm.
You understand?
Right.
If you power level it here and Goku power level here, and there's this gulf in power between the two of them, Goku will find a way to get here to you though. And not just get here to you, but bust
Surpass
you
you.
ass
Yeah.
just because he believe what you're doing it right.
Yeah.
And because he got people to protect.
That latter part
So,
especially.
So for me, like, I could do a whole podcast about Goku, but that is one of my favorite
Please don't.
fictional characters.
Mm.
Other athletes like Michael Jordan,
Yeah.
but I would say Cristiano Ronaldo, based on his drive and determination too, because he's another person that always had to fight against the comparisons to Messi, being told he was just a pretty face. There's a lot of things he had to go through as an athlete, and he stepped up to the plate and proved himself countless times. And as a Real Madrid fan, I gotta be appreciative of the fact 450 goals in 438 games or something like that. Like, the man's amazing. So men that just push themselves
Right.
and face odds every day and overcome them sort of men I just find very inspiring, man, because life is not easy.
Okay, I have to ask this question for all the sports people there. By the way, congratulations. This is the first time we've ever spoke about sports on this show ever. In
Oh.
life, ever. Right? But I have to ask you, and also for people that don't know, Gibbs is also a sports journalist, right? But I want to ask you
Yeah.
what you just said about Ronaldo.
Mm.
People hate Ronaldo. And not because of his skill,
Mhm.
but because of his sportsmanship is poor in terms of he can't take a loss.
Mhm.
They say that he always crying when he
petulant, yeah.
losing.
Uh-huh.
He has an attitude when he don't. And it's like So, and people say basically you can aspire for greatness and want to do well, but how you act when you lose is a true display of character and sportsmanship. So it's kind of antithetical to what you're saying now. So what you would say to people that listen to you is just saying that, what's your rebuttal for that?
I would say that Ronaldo would not have achieved all he had achieved if he had the attitude that he had. Because let me tell you, the fact he hate to lose so much is why I see so many games where this man literally drag Real Madrid out of the pits of hell over the line, because the man could not live with himself if he had lost that game. So I ain't saying that he got the best attitude per se in life as a sportsman or whatever, but I could tell you that who he is heavily based on, what he achieved in life is heavily based on who he is as a person. Another person with that attitude might not have gotten as far. That's why I put Goku up there, not Ronaldo. Like, Goku's my favorite fictional character, period. You understand? But Ronaldo, Michael Jordan, because like Michael Jordan, one is younger than me, right? And I know like 5 years is make a big difference. Like if I is 11 and he was 5 or 6. And there's a lot that I could be doing that you wouldn't get onto yet. So like I hear people want to age, so I never see Jordan play live. I watched Jordan play live when I was like 11. He retired when I was about 11, 12. So I remember watching that Utah Jazz series, you know, and how that went down and everything. What I can say is this, right? Michael Jordan had a particular image when he was at the height of his powers and stuff like that. But there got a lot of things that come up about Jordan later that we had no idea about. Because Jordan was like this infallible figure, right? And a lot of people come out the woodwork later and say, man, Jordan was abusive. Jordan was pretty much an asshole. Like this man was like the worst thing. He was like a dictator. He's this and that. Like he terrorized people. He had people fighting him free. So like hearing all them things about Jordan, I could say to that what Jordan benefited from that Ronaldo did not get to benefit from was lack of social media. Because Michael Jordan's attitude in a lot of cases was terrible. You understand?
Okay.
But he was a winner. People love winners, man. So
I don't want to stick on this too long, but this is now moving out of sports and this general. This is a question that I got for the man about attitude and greatness. Because I kind of straddle the line between what you now say and the other way. Sometimes I feel as though you don't need to have that attitude with people in order to be great. I also believe that...
Yeah, Goku had an attitude.
Right, precisely.
Exactly.
And Goku is the perfect person, right?
Exactly.
But so my thing is though is...
Not the best father.
Not the best father, but yeah.
Yeah, that's where he's falling.
Go hunger though. Go hunger.
For sure.
But yeah, so but I mean like...
He's a nerd though.
Right, well, yeah.
Sorry, go ahead.
Right, my question is, a lot of people believe that you need to have that attitude to be great. Is there a way that you can aspire for greatness without the attitude? Because if I think about, like, for example, like, and I don't want to talk about sports again because I think you would lose us because we know nothing about sports, right?
All right.
Well, but an example in sports is LeBron James, right? LeBron James ain't got that same talk about him that Ronaldo or Jordan got, right? But he's a great. And there are other people that I know, whether it be in business and anything, that don't have that same reputation, but are great. Do we need that attitude? Because then it allows people to then think that they can treat people however they want.
As long as they're great.
As long as they achieve greatness.
You know what's the ironic thing about what you're saying?
Yes.
A lot of people in the basketball world that say, no boy, don't fear LeBron, but we do fear Jordan though. They got countless stories of men that say when they had to play the Bulls, they couldn't sleep. That Jordan used to literally got people crippled. Like Jordan used to drive fear in people's heart, and he used to snatch your soul. And he was this merciless assassin, right? Man, it's LeBron.
Jesus.
No, seriously,
wow.
Yeah, like Jordan traumatized a lot of people in the NBA because he stopped a lot of people from winning. So you know what I'm saying? Man, the boy don't fear LeBron. So I laugh at that because you're saying you can be great without having a particular kind of attitude, right? LeBron James got the perfect attitude. Well, not perfect, but a more ideal attitude in alignment with what your ideals might be. He's a nice person. He does make his teammates feel encouraged and welcome. He's make himself open to people. Jordan was a very aloof man, a very isolated man. Kobe was like that too. LeBron is a more congenial fella, you know, that sort of thing. But he don't get respect, the same respect that Jordans get within his own fraternity. So it's like, what people really want.
No,
You know what I'm saying?
my only thing about that is that I feel that the takeaway message, generally, and it's not coming from you, that's generally, but that kind of sentiment is accept my stink attitude. That's kind of comedy package.
Wants a
But I
great-
aspiring greatness for greatness. So everybody around me now gotta feel like crippling fear for me because of that. I don't like that standard. I don't like that
And
standard.
I
at
don't
all.
think you would have liked Michael Jordan.
Yeah.
And I don't think he would have liked you.
Right.
I think you would have get along better with LeBron. Let me say you was Marcus Myers, basketball star.
Mm-hmm.
And you happened to play with both of these men I
Right.
just mentioned.
I broke my legs and I now
think-
got like 4 more inches. And, right,
You
right,
7 inches taller.
right. Right.
I feel like you would have probably preferred to play with LeBron James.
Yeah, I don't like that person. And I feel there are people.
Yeah,
I
it's
remember Sivers came on the show and said that too. He said that there's no way to get to the top of whether it be like
Stepping on.
rich or wealthy or successful without stepping on toes and kind of like being not a good person to some extent is
Yeah.
what he said, right?
Yeah.
And I was like, I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't know how I feel about that.
I always look at Tom Hanks, right? Tom Hanks is considered one of the greatest actors of all time.
Yeah.
He's the only actor to win best lead actor twice in a row.
Mhm.
So, he got his accolades and thing, and everybody said Tom Hanks is a very nice man.
Yeah.
I have never heard nobody say nothing bad about him. I never heard nobody say that. He's
Right.
a philanderer. He's grab you by your parts nice. So,
Right, yeah.
and Tom Hanks is very successful. So
Yeah.
I just feel like sometimes you don't go look too far to see examples of people that in a problem, but
Yeah.
they're still great at what they do. It's just that these people that somehow fly on the radar,
Right.
and you tend to just remember the
Extinct
the
ones.
bad examples better.
Right.
Like Tom Hanks, great actor, cool man, simple soul.
Yeah.
No boy ain't studying Tom Hanks.
Yeah.
You understand?
I-
But the problematic actors know, the divas, the ones like Marlon Brando and other people that
Right.
they ain't want to read the lines. You gotta
Right,
feed them
yeah,
the
yeah,
lines
yeah,
through
yeah.
an earpiece.
Right.
Right.
The company set ain't know what they're doing. They're drunk.
Right. My
Like-
guy from Flash and thing too the other day. That
Yeah,
Ezra.
Yeah,
Right,
it's
right,
like
yeah.
like Ezra, exactly. So I feel like you can be great and be a cool person,
Mhm.
but people ain't got enough examples of that, I guess.
get
I
you.
think
so-
too. Was what I could be wrong, but it could be a product of your generation. Not like I saying that you're a million years older than the man,
Yeah.
but you are a couple years older than the man, and you came out in a time before social media. So like you came out in a time where like your ideal person is someone you idolize. So you name men like Ronaldo, Jordan, who were not necessarily best personalities, but the best in what they do.
Yeah.
And it's like you are able to project a personality upon them.
Yeah,
So wait,
yeah.
I got a question for all the men. Wouldn't one be known for how you make people feel or what you do? If you had to choose between two.
I glad you asked that.
That's a very good
let me
question.
go first.
Marcus.
When I find out that somebody that I admire is a horrible person, it's make me feel bad. Cause be like, shh, he's beat his wife.
Wait, sorry, it's not funny, right? But it just answer.
Right, yeah, exactly.
But I love the man music though, or I love the man whatever he did.
Yeah.
But the man's shot, the man's kick dogs and thing.
Sorry, right.
No,
That's
it's
awesome.
not.
yeah.
Again, it's not funny.
So
Yeah,
the fact
yeah.
the fact that that's bothered me, it means that I gotta hold myself to the same standards that I hold people to. It's important for me that you can say both of me. Because one of my biggest philosophies is that two things could be true.
Mm.
I find we try to be binary, like
Mm-hmm.
you like this or you like that.
Yeah.
You want me this or you want me that. Like signs you could get both, man. Not all the time, but I want people to remember me as a cool fella that was approachable and generous and thing. That was still a master of my trade. I feel like it's attainable.
Right.
Like you ain't gonna pick all the time in life, man. So
Yeah, that's my definition of a man. What do you think?
Oh,
What
I see,
do you
man.
think, Kofi?
I think I gravitate towards how I make people feel. Cause like a lot of people don't know what I do like in life, but they might know me as a cool person. Like I up to today told someone like be real.
it's true.
I told someone today like I don't think like most people I talk to know that know is do day.
Right.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, you don't know what he's doing.
right.
Yeah,
and
a lot of people ask me.
or like they would see me doing one thing and they might think that's what he's do.
Yeah.
But really and truly,
Yeah,
I just
yeah.
do
Many things.
right. But most people will think that I'm I guess as Gibbs said, cool, approachable person. And I like that.
Yeah, everybody that I
Yeah.
know, no, there's a certain trend since this podcast started that I've been seeing. Everybody wants to meet you. Everybody wants to
shouldn't,
be
but
your
go
friend. Everybody say that they just feel that you're a cool person and thing. That's the general sentiment. And also, the way they use make people feel. I don't know many people that have said anything bad about you. So obviously you make people feel good and always like, things. So
Yeah, man, the man get me that pamphlet at the funeral. They got yourself, Corey.
most for you, for you, which one?
I will gotta be how I make people feel too. That's my thing. But it's a very good question though, because I struggle with it. I struggle with it because there's a part of me that I question whether it is selfish or not. But there's a part of me that is extremely ambitious that I want to do something and just do it the best.
Yeah.
You just want to be recognized.
I do.
Yeah, me same.
I do.
Don't be
Same.
Don't
I
be
do.
ashamed.
Like, I'm glad you say that
Don't
because I've been made to feel ashamed of it before.
Nah.
I
You should
want
come talk to me, man.
I want just I want to do it. And it's not a monetary thing per se. It is this thing could not have been done without me.
Real.
Yeah.
Real.
Jesus.
I get you.
Honestly, is that has drive me a lot. So a part of me that isn't constantly is a tug of war.
And the recognition that you
And
aspire
that's
to.
what's made my life like. It does put my life in some turmoil.
Right.
Because at one point I willing to do anything for my dream, right?
Mhm.
Yeah.
But then there's other things that I value highly too. Family, socializing with men, making sure everybody's, straight and whatnot.
And so wait, so the recognition
as a
that you
man-
said, that you want to get, who do you want to get it from? What do you say?
Close people from household, from bed.
Interesting.
People you respect.
People you respect.
People who understand what it took.
Yes.
It's a promise to them
Yeah.
Yeah.
as much as it is to me.
You believed in
Jeez,
me
no,
back
man.
before when it wasn't this. So now you gotta see it through.
But remember, I tell you though, you see this shit firsthand, like
Yeah.
that is
That's
yeah.
feel good.
Yeah,
It's feel good. It's feel
It's
good.
feel good.
Yeah, I get you.
Yeah.
I get you. I ask you that too because I find a lot of people just want recognition from people that didn't care in the first place. As in like the general public.
There's a lot of that too.
There's a lot of that too.
Yeah.
There's a
I
lot of
call
that.
it birthday party. The birthday party theory where you want to be invited to the party so you can decline.
Oh, okay.
But I mean you really want to go.
Right.
But the fact that I invite you is offensive. It's like, the man even invite me so I can say, nah, I got something else to do.
Right.
I got a problem with that.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
understand?
I get it.
get you.
It's
Okay.
it's
That's
like when
interesting.
some women might, I have heard women say, shh, I walk past a bunch of men and nobody ain't say nothing.
I've heard that.
I've heard that
Yeah.
a lot.
That had me all upset.
Right.
These were actually want none of the men, but it's kind of a confirmation of certain
Yeah.
things. And to be perfectly honest with you, the respect of people, listen, I was a real competitive fella. I went Calmere, man. And
We all did.
I went Calmere during a time where in the school sports was a big thing. And we culture at the time was, we used to get indoctrinated with this belief that the stadium right there is ours.
Yeah.
The stadium track and we school colors.
Right.
So we can't let anybody come in, we own stadium and we own yard and
Exactly.
we at sports that kind of way.
Yeah.
That was the mindset, right? And that competitive thing get instilled in me from early.
Mhm.
It used to really drive me through life and everything, right? when I was in Asman and stuff, like, I always used to be sizing up everybody as the competition, the enemy. Like, and I sometimes go a little too far with it.
Yes.
But even when I play
Sometimes you
sports
do.
and thing, I don't want to speak to people that ain't on my team, you know.
That's the enemy.
I
For,
see,
for the
I
time
like,
being.
Ops.
after I lost and thing, I would see men sit down and drink and talk together. And I'd be saying over myself, like,
Cruel.
I need to go home and figure out how to beat these men next week. And man, like, you want a drink? I want no drink from you. You understand? And man be like, man,
All right, Ronaldo.
Man, it's just,
Yeah, right.
Yeah, yeah,
It
yeah.
makes
Then
sense,
you rather come out.
it's just for a little sweat, big man. I gotta hit the gym.
I think
That's a good point, you.
there's
Yeah.
there's I don't know. As a man, you gotta think that a little bit though.
Yes. But
Sorry.
I want to bring it back to sign too, Mosey. Sorry to cut you off.
Are we getting back to that?
Yeah.
We getting back to that.
We can get back to that.
Right.
Because that can lead right back into what you're about to say here. We was talking about being appreciated as a person and people appreciating you for who you are and being known as a good person. One of the biggest lessons I had to learn is that I got a difference between a good man and a nice man. You don't want to be a nice man. You want to be a good man. Because being good is a choice. And you got to also show people that you're dangerous as well. And that I am being nice to you by choice, not because I desperate for your validation. I choose to be kind to you. But if you do something to warrant an opposite reaction from me,
Understand that
you
will
can get
happen.
it. You understand? You just got to establish that with people early. You know what?
Setting boundaries.
I was a man that used to always want to make people feel good. Always want to make people feel comfortable and thing. But I had to understand that, listen, you can't control how people... No, that's not what he's saying. You can't expect yourself from people. So it was real hard for me to imagine how a person could do something to me that I wouldn't do to them. Like, I would never take up your phone and put it in my pocket and go home. So when somebody do that to me now, I would be like incapable of conceiving how a man could do that. Like, how a man could just take up somebody's phone and put it in the pocket and then help the body look for it and then go home with it in the pocket. You get me?
Right.
And I had to learn them lessons like, Gibbs, you can't expect yourself from another man.
Yeah.
That's you. He could do that easy.
Yeah.
You just gotta understand that. So I pick and choose who I let see certain sides of me. I can be very kind for sure, but I had to become more selective and think, because another thing I think we do that's a mistake is that the longer we know people, the worse we treat them. And the people that we just meet, we treat very well. You gotta flip that. You day ones, treat them great, treat them amazing. People that you just meet, take your time and get to know them. That's how I see it.
Hire slow, fire fast.
I guess so. But we got this thing in verse, and I work in it myself too. Cause you know, like when a friend that you have for 15 years call you, is be like, I call you back, man.
Yeah.
But somebody you know meet know, oh yeah, man, yeah. Nah,
Yeah.
you gotta tweak that because you don't know what this person bringing.
I realize that
You
too.
understand?
I realize. I think it's because we feel as though the relationship can withstand bad treatment.
Oh, Marcus, man.
No, yeah, I ain't call he back, man. I can do what he tell me do. I can, you know,
So I work in that too.
Yeah. Okay.
But back to you, Mosey, about being a man and
That don't hit me so hard. Sorry.
What's that?
That whole chunk there.
Yeah.
I ain't remember what he said.
Yeah, you talking?
We go up and there.
Huh?
No. I got PTSD real bad.
Sorry, bro.
But yeah, but as you
As a man, look, this whole life is vanity anyway, right? Let me start there. What's this anyway?
Right.
Not to get too philosophical.
Yeah.
But you put on this earth for a certain amount of time, and you want to tell me you ain't gonna try to get the best experience. You want to tell me you ain't gonna be the best you could be, whatever. Like, I feel as a man, you got some sort of like you gotta prove some sort of point,
Yeah, for sure.
even if it's just to yourself. You know what I mean? Like you gotta prove some sort of point. So my definition of manhood, masculinity, is a person who is willing to do something with the time and the life that he got. Right?
Yeah.
I find people that don't have any ambition or whatever, like I find it very hard to deal with those type of people more so than people that boastful. I don't like people that are like braggarts or anything.
Yeah.
Mhm.
But
if you had to pick, yeah, you.
But if I had a pick, I could deal with a man that feel he could do anything, you know what I mean? As
Yeah.
opposed to a man
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
You move, he like the body moving, but like
You
don't
want a
know where
man,
they're
for
going.
me, you're not a man unless you really trying to go after like something.
And to add to that, for
I agree
me,
with that.
you clearly define what is you going after. Because got a lot of people that are moving but don't know where they're going. Their ladder is perched on the wrong building, and they're
Right.
climbing, and they don't know where they're going. Then just moving.
Right.
Yeah.
They got a lot of things like little things in business and thing. Like if you think about the whole thing about be smart. Like to have a strategy, it gotta be smart. It gotta be specific, measurable, attainable, results oriented, and time bound. Right? These things is here, right?
Yeah.
And you apply them to different things, different projects. But why you don't apply that to yourself though?
That's a good question.
When you have an objective, right? So for example, say the man want passive income, right? I
You
want
see
to
what
get
you see what Boy players know.
yeah, see that? Yeah. right. Have you ever heard of Wake Up? No. Right. But say you have an ambition, right? And you have something that you want to do. Like say, I want passive income, for example. And then you don't ask yourself, for example, be specific. How much do you want? How much do you actually want? Do you want what, $5,000 a month coming back? Do you want $7,000? Do you want $1,500? Right? Is it measurable? How do you measure that as opposed to if you're meeting your target or not? Is it attainable? Can you actually attain that $5,000 a month? Is that possible? Like, is it results oriented? What are you doing to actually see the results? And then time bound. You want $5,000 by when? For how long? Before you then move up to 7. We don't ask ourselves these specific questions. You got people that's saying that they want this, they want that, they want to be self-employed, but then don't go beyond the vagaries of it. Then they don't really. And for me, going back to what you're saying about a man for me is, well, I guess this applies to women too, but specific to just manhood for me, somebody that knows what he wants and is crystal clear, can define it, can see it, can visualize it, and is do majority of his things in life to move towards that thing. That's what I think it is for me.
I agree with that. I ain't got a problem with a man that train. If you know where is yet, or you making mistakes and
But he on your way there.
but he do something, man.
And that he acknowledged too.
Yeah,
but no, let's be
But
there.
no, he's right. He's
Let's
absolutely
get
right.
dominoes.
Right.
Please do something.
Yeah,
Like, put yourself together.
yeah.
But I think a lot of people don't even realize that they're lost.
Yeah.
It's easy for we to say so, but like you don't know if the man playing dominoes want to be best dominoes player in the world. That's what he's doing. That's what he's
True.
working toward.
True.
It's very attainable.
Yeah.
Very measurable.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, I mean, I know a lot of people that's been going through like depression and all kind of things, and you've been depressed.
I glad you mentioned depression because
This
I
man's
was
health
waiting to
month
say
too,
that.
Mental health month for
I
me.
didn't understand what depression was for a long time.
Mm.
And when somebody told me that, I thought depression was a state of mind. I didn't realize that your brain actually sick.
You're right.
Like how you could go a sick liver, sick kidney,
Another organ, that's it.
a sick
Mhm.
brain, right? And it was a chemical imbalance factor, all kind of thing. So when depressed people would tell me, I just don't want to do nothing. I think that's a horrible space to exist in, and I sympathize with any person going through that, and I hope that you find a way out of that rut. But ambitionless people, I can see how that would be very irritating and stuff. If the men suffering from, but what I will also say too is that a lot of people ain't brave enough to go after what they really. Everybody got a dream, A man might not even be able to tell you what his dream is because he just too shame. or too scared.
Mhm.
I know a person who spent his whole life spectating because it's safe to spectate because nobody can judge you. When you in a theater watching men on stage in the dark and a man fall down or a man fucking be lying, you can laugh because I glad I me boy.
Mm.
You because you're not there. But at some point, some people just realize I live this long and I ain't known for nothing. I ain't do nothing. I got a partner that a day the man look at me and asked me, when you discover you had a talent for like what you used to do? And I said, well, I think it was like 11. And I used to be like writing little rhymes in the back of my school books and stuff like that. And I would remix songs with my own lyrics and stuff like that. That was where it started. And I asked you why you just asked me that. And he said, because I realized that I ain't good at nothing. And there's a conversation we had in we late 20s, like approaching 30. And he was like, I ain't good at nothing. And I was like, that's not true, man. You.
Then you realize he really ain't good at knife for
And
real.
then he said to me, big man, you know the reason why I fly under the radar? Because I was able to keep a job. And because I was able to keep out of trouble.
Mhm.
So when you keep a job and keep out of trouble, you don't show up on the body radar.
Yeah.
Because you're doing what you're supposed to do.
Mhm.
Yeah. That's
But that don't mean that you achieving that in life.
Yeah.
Because you just going to work and coming home and going to work and
Punching
coming
in
home.
and
And
punching out.
you could do that till you 65 and then just go and dead somewhere. And there would be no record of what you did because all you did was went work and keep out of trouble. So the man had this existential crisis around 30, 31 or so, and the man had to go and seek purpose at that age because he realized everywhere he looked around, Kofi's do this,
Yeah.
Marcus is do that, Moses do this. What am I known for? Keeping a job. And the man was so like when he revealed it to me in
Right.
their words, I was like, well, that's so terrible.
Yeah. Jesus, that what you said.
I would hate to be you. Real talk.
You know, that's very interesting, right?
Yeah, man.
Because I went to therapy a year and a half ago, 2 years ago, and she kind of told me that the fact that I know what it is that I enjoy doing, what really fulfills me and things, and it's something that all the men in here know because we's all artists and whatever, right? That's something that a lot of people don't got, and she just saying that from like just certain things, and it reminds me of something that comes up all the time with this podcast, right? A lot of people that's watch the show or just know that we are part of the show. They would approach me and be like, do you make money from the show? And I would say, well, the show does make money, but I don't pay myself from it and stuff. So then they ask me, then why do you do it? The minute that they asked that question showed me that they wouldn't understand the answer if I said it.
Yeah.
There are so many people that don't do things for any other reason than
Money.
money.
People just ain't got no passion.
I do not understand
it
them
is
people.
so
Like-
strange. It is so strange, and I do feel like bad for them to some degree, because I mean, if you don't know what it feels like to like feel like you're doing something that you really enjoy doing, and the act of doing it in and of itself is the reward, not what you get in, not the fact that you just get paid at the end of the month or whatever. Just the act of doing it is
Just
so
to see fruits of your labor, dog.
it's just so gratifying. So much of that is missing. And I think it's because the same thing that you just said, that a lot of people just ain't willing to jump and just try something.
Big man, it'd be so easy for people to just sit down and judge other people and be like, he's better. Because you ain't putting yourself out there to be critiqued. Listen, one of the best things I ever did for myself was that period when I decided, no, this was not good financially. This was horrendous financially.
Let's talk about it.
But in terms of my development as an artist, that few years where I decided I am not applying for no jobs, I can just immerse fully into art.
Oh wow, that's wild.
In Barbados.
Barbados.
Yeah, I won't advise it unless you got like rich parents or something, so because it was horrible financially. But the experience of being able to wake up with fresh energy and go straight into music as opposed to taking whatever energy I had left back on the weekend after a whole week of work and be like, yeah, let me go and work with some music. No, waking up with fresh energy and going straight into music, I actually felt like an artist, and I felt more artistically inclined. And then I started to push myself and was able to do things like players. That confidence has come from going into something that you wasn't sure about and coming out successful.
Right.
That's how confidence is built, right?
Small
So
wins.
you stack it. I had never done a play before. I had never acted in front of a whole bunch of people before. And Shakira wrote a play called Tales of the Obia Man. It was one of she first plays that she wrote. Gap Theatre decided that them going to produce it and pick it up and thing. Russell Watson was the director. No, Russell's a serious man. Russell
he
ain't
don't
gonna-
mess for it.
Russell ain't gonna cast you because, you woman write the play.
Right.
I had an audition.
And Shakira is your woman.
Yeah.
Okay, that's for people that don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wife, no.
Wait.
Yeah, wife. She would probably hate that we just said.
So-
yeah, wife.
So she wrote this play, and I went audition for the play. I get a part in the play. Now, this play had in Andrew Pilgrim, Valerie Williams, and a few other
Mhm.
Mercedes Knight, large off Mercedes.
Mhm.
I hope she see this at some point. And these are seasoned actors, and I know how to prove myself amongst these thespians, right?
Mhm.
And the process of learning that script and going through them rehearsals week in and week out, and then that ain't the hard part. The hard part now is opening night. When everything you put into practice now, you gotta do it in front of people. And you ain't doing that. We forgot back to once. Whatever happened now, happen now, big man. And opening night,
Evidence.
I ain't know what gonna happen because I never do this before. You understand? Curtains open. I wasn't the first on stage, but I was waiting for my cue to come out. And when I come out, I was like, well, boy, is it?
Mm.
I can either do well or I can crash
Wow.
and burn in front of all these people.
Yeah.
Because in there was packed. But you see after the first night and you get
Nothing like it.
Yeah.
and people come tell you,
Nothing
that
like
was
it.
great. We do 3 weekends, two shows a weekend. So that's six shows. Or I think it was 8 shows. Somewhere about there. The point is when all that was done, the confidence that I had now because I went into something that I didn't know what I'm about
Mhm.
or I wasn't sure about. I come out with them points now, you understand?
Yeah.
And then I just apply that now to my music and stuff like that. And is this fearlessness in entirety?
Yeah.
But a lot of the doubt I used to had back in the day, I ain't got that no
Yeah.
more because I already proved that, listen, I's a big day horse, man. Like, when everything put the line and I gotta come true, I can come true.
Yeah, come true.
You just gotta
Yeah,
make
son.
yourself uncomfortable.
Yes, yes, that's exactly it.
yeah.
And a lot of Bajans, right? Barbados is a very comfortable country. Yeah, the groceries and thing could cost you a lot of money and thing. But in Barbados, like, we ain't really gonna be great at nothing. Like, you could just left home and go online with your friends every day. And that's it. Like, you don't gotta run through the war-stricken territories to get school. You ain't dodging the bombs. You ain't risking getting kidnapped every time you get a shot. So a lot of people out there have to be great so they can just enjoy a normal life. We already got good lives here.
Mhm.
So kind of like the thing you said with the here.
Mm.
Whereas like the children just get the opportunity they had to fight for it.
Mm.
Yeah.
When you gotta fight for 9, big man, that's why you're like a Jamaican that had to walk 5 miles to get school, had to do track and field just to get shoes and all kind of thing, will always beat people from the US and other countries that probably had it a little better.
Right.
Because, big man, you see when you got hardship and you trying to carry your whole family on your back, nobody can't stop you when it comes to determination, big man.
Mhm.
Mm.
Comfort is one of the worst things that a person could do to themselves.
That is a very.
And you
good
know, it
point.
bleeds off
Yeah,
into the attitudes and it isn't. I just said like an entitlement attitude here in Barbados too. And you see it in terms of the respect for the arts.
Yeah.
I was at a competition, a recent competition.
You only got one, so okay.
Yeah, I can name it, but it was just.
It was good?
It had its issues.
Anyway.
We could talk about that another time. But like the crowd response. Like you said, Gibbs, you said something earlier about, people be like I'm glad I am me.
Yeah.
right? The more reaction I saw that from like the population, the people, the attendees, and I was like, yo, this is a microcosm of the society that we live in at large. Like how we respond to certain things and how we respect certain things. There got a lot of people that wouldn't get off of their ass and do what it did and do what those competitors and contestants were doing at the show, you know. But we'll complain. People complain about all kinds of things, you know.
Yeah.
I want to do it. Like, we got a lot of that mentality here in
Yeah,
Barbados.
man.
And I am glad that I spent time in the artist space. I still do, and talk to artists every day. I have a respect for people that are doing it, and I also got respect for people that tried and gave up. Even though they gave up, I still respect them. You know, and I feel sad when I see a lot of people who used to be in the arts and the stress was so crippling that they decide that them can just go along and, you know.
That was almost me, boy.
A lot, but my thing is, if I think about it, the list of people that I could think of that say, you know what, I just get married and, you know, get a job and I can retire the pen and no longer write poetry, or I can no longer be an actor, or I can no longer do this. And it was just sometimes singing even. I used to be like, and they got a lot of people that are not soca artists, and the non-soca artist people that have it real rough, and sometimes some of them only think of depending on the hotel circuit. Just be like, this was cool for a time, but, you know, I respect them too. I'm sad because I know what they did, but I just feel bad for them. I do. And being in this space, I just see that and be like, I don't know. You just look at the world differently. That, and also, I don't know how the men feel about this. You were ever depressed, Gibbzy?
No, that I understand what depression is. I think all of us have been sad or disheartened or some melancholy, but I don't want to use that word depression or depressed sparingly, flippantly at all.
Right.
I don't use that word. Just like legend and genius, them is words that you don't help.
Right, yeah, gotta use.
You know what I'm
saying? I asked because you were depressed before, Mosey.
Yeah.
And you were depressed before Coffee. Depression was not good. It felt horrible. But some of my most enlightening and insightful things about learning about myself and my direction, I can't see happening in my journey without going through that depressive period. I don't know if that is just me, but it was actually, after a certain point, after I got out of the depression, it was kind of like a resource that I pulled from. The things that I would have learned along the way to pull myself out of the hole I was in.
Okay, I feel you know.
You understand me?
Yeah, I was lost for a while.
Okay, no. So I was in this deep hole, and in order to pull myself out of it, I had to learn more about myself. I had to think for a very long period of time. I had to just stew on certain things and come up with new perspectives, new outlooks.
I know that's something you could tap into.
And now I could tap into that.
Yeah, definitely.
Now that I ain't in the depression anymore, I still have with me the tools that I use to get out of it.
Right.
And
that was amazing.
And I feel, and I wonder, I don't say people should be depressed, but I don't know if it's just me, but I just feel like it helped me. I don't know if it helped me, man.
Nah, I feel like for me personally, like anytime I feel myself entering into a rut or I find myself stagnant, I say something I could tap into, because I could just sit down now, I could like talk to myself a little bit and I will get that inspiration. It's like it can sound dancey, but for me, like if I'm laying down and I feel like negative thoughts coming through, I just gotta sit down, you know. That's the first thing I got. For a time I sit down and I just tell myself, 5 minutes later, I ready for something, dog.
Sight.
It's because like I spent so long not being able to do anything, and it was such a struggle to sit down. So I guess I like kind of tricked myself into like, for a time I sit down, I know, it's time to do something.
So you tell yourself, all right, hold on.
Mosey, it don't be
rest yourself.
It don't be verbatim. Yeah, start with that. Like I just realized like I doing shit, and I sit down.
You might as well sit up.
So yeah, like, if I have bad posture, I will sit up straight. If I'm like down, I will sit down. Like from time I like make a move, like from time my muscles move, like my brain is be like, like the function's changing. Yeah,
what? That's very interesting.
That's very interesting, bro.
What's interesting is that you learn that on your own.
Yeah.
What?
'Cause I realized, like, okay, I was down bad. So, like, I would, like, go days and eat nothing but raw bread, like, not even cheese, not even toasted. And, like, after I eat bread and drink water, I feel better for, like, a little bit. So, it's like, I just realized that, like, the movement of actually, like, getting up and, like, physically pulling myself up from feeling stink.
That deep, bro.
Used
That's
to,
very deep.
like, you used to realize that movement used to make yourself going. So, like, from time to time, I see myself in the bed now, just be like, nope, I'm doing it. Get
Sit.
up. Yeah, just
Oh, sorry.
at least
Right.
no.
Right.
Get up from whatever you're doing, like, you know, physically pull
Move.
yourself out. What you doing? Right.
Wow,
Something
that
gonna
That
happen.
is
Be
deep as-
I am
yo.
blown away by the fact that you learned that on your own, because that's scientifically true. That scientists say you can't think your way out of a thinking problem.
right.
You gotta do something with your body. So they would say exercise, try doing intense exercise, and then revisiting how you felt before. Usually you have like a new perspective where you don't look at it the same way, or you're not in the same mindset or whatever.
Be completely
Very
different. Be.
interesting.
They even say like if you sit up with your back straight, them sort of things is help. Like, so in fact you learn on your own is actually very, very
Yeah, I didn't
crazy.
know it was a scientific thing. Be.
Right. That's actually, yeah.
Oh.
What? It's like, yo, I don't even know how we get here, V. This
Yeah, I had something to say for the longest. Well,
Oh yeah,
like,
go on, V.
nah,
Yeah,
this is
go
like
on,
when
go on.
when the man was defining what a good man is or a masculine man is. I agree with what was said, especially the points on ambition. But what I feel wasn't said, and I think is important to say, is that a good man does protect what is his and not harm others whilst doing that. So unless you violate what's mine, I don't have a right to harm you. I don't think a bully is a good man.
Right.
A bully's a bully.
Yeah.
Right.
Right. But I still gotta protect my own.
Yeah.
So if you mess around me, my family, what is mine, well then, you know,
Right.
something
Yeah.
should happen.
And I think that's the way you just say is the art of being a man. How
Right.
do you do both of those things? As
Yeah,
in
man.
protecting whilst not, or causing as little harm as necessary
Right.
in order to do that. I think that, yeah,
What's
I
a
get it.
necessary harm for you?
Unnecessary harm is, you know, if you touch me, it'll cut your ass, right? I guess that's necessary harm. But if it's like a matter of like, everything don't need a hammer. Sometimes you need a scalpel.
Mm.
Sometimes
Yeah.
you need to be a bit more surgical. Sometimes everything don't need to be like somebody come and step on your shoes and you're like, big man, you offset me, big man.
Right.
It could just be,
Mm.
yo, boss, you know, you in my space, man, and you know, let's breathe a little bit.
Which is protecting your thing.
Protecting
but
your thing.
Right, yeah.
Right. That there, and for me, it's hard. It's hard generally, but I think it's supposed to be hard.
That's a struggle.
That's the struggle.
with
Another thing for me too is
power.
use
of power.
Right.
Measure.
Mm-hmm.
Restraint.
Mm-hmm.
Manhood. A lot
That's
of manhood
it
is
there.
wrapped up in the ability to restrain.
That's it
Mhm,
there.
mhm.
yeah.
How do you choose when? Because there's lots of times where you gotta swing,
Yeah.
but then a lot of times you don't need.
You know,
to.
I think even just arms is like with your words too, you know.
Yeah, right.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
metaphorically
but
speaking, yeah.
everything.
But your words too. What words you using?
I gotta go home on boy.
Meditate.
You were saying something, Gibbs?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was saying that one thing that I observed too is how a person's treat people that can benefit anything from.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
That to me that is a good marker a person
Character.
and caliber, because it's easy to be nice to a person that you want something from.
Yeah.
But I just really watch how men just treat people that could never do nothing for them in life.
Mm-hmm.
And not because the person useless or nice, so but the person is not on your level
Right.
to reciprocate what
Right.
you could do for them. I just watch how people treat people like that, because that's telling me a lot about you as a person. You understand? Because to be kind to somebody that can't give you nothing, that is true kindness there. So, and some people can be very kind to the people to respect,
Mm-hmm.
the people that they look up to.
Right.
But a man that ain't nothing, do a kicky. You understand? So I just watch that too.
Yeah.
All them little things I just observe, right?
Yeah, for true. And it could come in many forms, like for example, I don't know if it's just me, but for example, like say somebody can do something the extra mile, but like if you at a fine dining restaurant and the server real nice, they're doing what it's supposed to do,
Yeah.
blah blah blah, and you don't leave a tip. I know gonna be much, but like to just get up and go along, like that's something that you don't gotta do, right?
Yeah.
And it's your choice. and you got the money for the fine dining restaurant, it'll be very you are an idiot if you can't afford to pay a tip, because that means you shouldn't be at the fine dining restaurant in the first place. If that's the case, to me, it's kind of signal sign to me. So it could be even things like that is what he's saying.
Yeah.
Something as simple as that, you know?
Cause I mean, there had times I was out, like we say, you know, they got people as like mop up and clean up and thing
Yeah.
in an establishment, and I have seen cases where people like literally like make a mess on purpose and like, well, he
No,
gonna
that's
clean up.
barefoot.
You know, it's not them sort of things.
Dropping cutlery and thing on the
Yeah,
ground.
yeah.
On
Them sort of
purpose,
things
though?
make me want to
Yeah.
beat
That's
people big, man.
disgusting, bro.
You know,
You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
yeah. That's not good.
Them sort of things make me want to beat people.
Yeah.
Another thing I was trying to make sure too is that I remember Michael Jordan used to say that
Sorry.
It's on Goku though. It's on
Hey, look
Goku
at
though.
this. So
I
brace yourself,
remember
brace
Jordan
yourself.
used to say that he needs to play every basketball game that he can, because there's always got that one person that never see you play before,
Mm.
and that if you don't play tonight, they might just spend money to see you. I know them
Yeah.
disappointed, and I feel like you gotta be careful how you move with people that approach you
Mhm.
to society nicely or something, because I know it could be strange when a person walk up to you and say,
Hi.
yeah, I know you know me or not, but like you music real hard, or I see you on TV and you make me laugh. Like, yes, some of these people could be a little strange
Yes.
in the demeanor, even how they look, right? But I try to always make sure that I actually engage that person.
Yeah.
I don't be dismissive, because you don't know how much courage that person had to build.
to
It's
be
just
able
kinda
to say
society you.
fast.
They
That
got
happened
so
to me
much
the other
people
day.
that I ain't had the courage to go and talk to.
Right.
Yeah.
People I admire, you know. Another thing I want to say too, because I feel we might probably come back to this, is we kind of touched on it earlier when we was talking about getting respect from people, certain kinds of people you want respect from.
Right.
I want respect from the people I grew up admiring. No, men like Plastic Bag, men like Gabby, men like Edwin, Mikey too. Mikey might be closer to me in age,
Right.
but I feel like Mikey do a lot.
Mhm.
All right.
He has.
My dream is that one day all these men can know who I am and what I'm known for.
Right.
And I just feel like till I get to that point,
You don't do that yet.
my work ain't done. And that's why I got all this fire in my belly and thing, because I be like, yo, these stalwarts, the way. Like, Rick don't know who he is. And one day, if Rick could come to me at half and listen, good work, big man, I would know that I do something in my life.
He
You
would
know what
never
I'm
do
saying?
that.
Yeah.
Huh?
He would never do that. Not because you will get just the personality.
Yeah,
thing.
yeah. But if we
That's
right
what I
for
was-
him, he might say something.
He might just say,
But that's my thing, right? Like,
even that, yeah.
a day went cost cap for to fill out some forms or something. So Bag was about there, cause you know Bag,
But he's,
Yeah.
he's
and I see the man, right? I was like, shh.
a big win. A big win.
And he looked at me, right? And he was like, "Hey, good afternoon." And I was like,
But it was just a good afternoon.
"Yeah."
Yeah, ain't nothing more than that.
and I remember Stiffy saying that a time Bag come up to he and give he this nod of approval and was like, "I watching you." And I remember saying to myself, "Yeah, yeah,
Go work
Yeah.
the word out.
I got work.
Yeah.
I got work to put in
Mm.
because they got levels to everything,
Mhm.
and I know where I at right now.
Right.
I know what level I at. I at that level where you in. You know what's funny? Maybe it was at that Heineken thing Saturday, right?
Yeah.
I tell myself, you know when you know you really doing something? When a room, like a whole room full of strangers could identify one person. You know if Lead Pipe walk in, if Lead Pipe appear on the screen at any random event in Barbados, and it's so who's that? Everybody, that Lead Pipe.
Yeah.
Nonchalantly, you know.
Yeah.
Like, oh, Lead Pipe.
Yeah.
Who don't know Lead Pipe? So when I walk in that place Saturday, it was full of people on the thing. And I tell myself, I don't even think 5% of the people in here know who I is. And I said, and that's why it's continue to work.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's it there.
And you see that acknowledgement of at least you know where you is.
Yeah.
Like that's
Important,
that's
bro.
the one of the most important things.
No, it's hurtful because sometimes you think you do a lot because you did.
Yeah.
It's just that a lot of people didn't see what you do.
Yeah.
Because when I think about what Asman did,
They did a lot.
Asman do a fair set. Asman win a Barbados Music Award,
Yeah.
but Asman was not the most present in terms of the media.
Right.
Right.
We used to do a lot in person appearances. We been over people in person. But when I look back through the annals of history, Asman is really the best documented group.
Mhm.
And that's another reason why I feel so inspired to, because I feel like I can't speak for the rest of the fellas, but I know right now I just the only real active member of the group. And I just feel like I gotta carry the flag for these men, because at some point I might do something that garner enough attention for somebody to holler for, sir, where have you been all this time? And I could say, well, I was around.
Right.
In fact, let me take you back to
Right.
the origins.
Yeah.
I can't come out now, Mosey. I can't come out now, Marcus, Kofi, and holler for, I done heard! What does you know me?
I'm from Asman.
I'm from Asman! And they're like,
Huh?
he say he got Asman? And then it's like, what is Asman, big man?
Right.
Like, we talking about?
Yeah.
You crazy old guy. You gotta win over
You're right.
people. You gotta win
You're
over
right.
people with,
You're right.
with your work, big man.
Yeah.
A man, you gotta post sign that hard and make a man holler for, what else you do?
Mm.
I'll let a man go and find out for yourself. But
Right.
you can't come and stand up. Imagine more performing.
Mm.
And they come out, hold on, stop the music. Stop the music. Listen, man.
He the phone one of me beats. That whole he buzz.
I know before this man here. Wanna go respect me here, man?
The same people got clueless man
I
is.
been holler for. I start hitting me with vapes and all kinds of stuff. So I tell myself, listen. I tell myself,
Taking
listen.
empty bottles, right? Massive fit.
Beer vape pens, beer vape.
Straight from
Beer
stage,
vape
me.
pens. You understand? So I
And
tell
this loser
myself-
off the stage, me.
I tell myself, look, I just gotta keep doing my thing.
Keep pushing.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna let you finish.
Yeah, like even the Guyana,
But I was
even the
here,
Guyana
so-
Awards, right?
Mm.
I get nominated 3 times so far.
I wonder what that feels like.
You understand?
Whoa.
And I was real glad for the nominations, I think,
Right.
because it means people.
Yeah,
put
it's
their name forward.
validation. Yeah.
Mm.
yeah.
And I tell myself, all right, every time I get a nomination, I just feel good. I just be like, yeah, boy, want me sign though.
Yeah.
I want to make that speech though.
Felt.
You understand? Them's the
Deeply.
things that's drive me,
Deep-
big man. Like, I like awards.
Mm.
I like-
Podcast like them too.
I like to beat
Yeah,
people.
definitely.
You understand?
For
Yeah.
sure.
So that was the fire in my belly. I can't speak for nobody else,
Right.
but knowing that I got all this work to do is more than enough motivation.
You know what is? Purpose.
Mm.
Yeah, man.
Purpose, like, this is the thing that I think about often. And sometimes my perspective on it can get a little dark. But I think part of being a man is understanding purpose, or at least having one. You know? So beyond the doing something in life and whatnot, it's doing the right thing. You get what I mean? To do something, all right, cool. But to do the thing that you know in your spirit, this is for you to do. Because there are people who can be great. They're high functioning people, they're high value people, they make things happen and whatnot, but it ain't the thing,
Yeah.
you know? I was speaking to one of my artists a time, and that artist was talking about a person who they're teaching music to. And this person is a very notable person in society. Like, has done things, has gotten the recognition and all kind of thing. But this person didn't do what it really felt like they should do. Right? So they feel unfulfilled.
All right.
And it's reached all the heights, you know what I mean? So purpose, understanding purpose, right, as a man, and being able to fulfill it is a very, very serious thing, a very crucial thing. A lot of people don't understand purpose.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of
Yeah.
fellas
Mhm.
a lot of men do not understand purpose or understand their purpose. You know what I mean?
I feel like, first of all, I feel this is a good place for us to start wrapping up. But
Mhm.
this is a conversation I want us to revisit again at some point, because they got other angles to this thing, and they got other aspects to this thing. But this is a good primer to this whole conversation, though. But what you just say is very important. Sometimes last thing that I would say from what you said, sometimes I just think about being the best, but also I think about being the only. I am the only what? What can I do that nobody else has done? What blend of things can I do in terms of leaving my mark? I think that's what
Or
we're
the
talking about.
first.
Right. Or I could be the first. So when you said just now about like high functioning people, yeah, they got a lot of high functioning people and things that doing a lot of things and getting the same things that the last person got doing the same thing. And it's kind of like, okay, I guess
Very okay.
there will be another person, and which is fine, great. But then there's another element to this thing of what can you do to be the first? What can you do to be only? What can you do to really differentiate, whatever? That's an
I was the first Bajan from Santana.
What's Santana?
The puppet show, man. The children puppet show.
For sure.
Okay.
You was one there?
Yeah.
Say.
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Where's my vape pen?
Same.
Yo, Gibbs, thanks for coming through,
Yo, this
B.
is
Yeah,
great.
man.
And this long overdue,
Felt like
man.
family, man.
Yeah, boy, this is family for
Yeah.
real.
Y'all remember this
was a real
podcast?
therapy session, I think.
Yeah,
Y'all remember what
yeah,
this was supposed to be about?
Yes,
We ain't talking about too much boxies,
It-
but everybody go on like and share the song. All from Gibbzy Dan Crop Over 2023. Let me make this thing happen. But yeah, man, this is a fantastic discussion, man.
a
Real,
fantastic
real.
discussion for real. I don't know if it's like maturity for last time we talked to Noah or whatever time.
Yeah, we
I-
talked-
Yeah, probably about 4 years.
yeah, but I don't know.
Lonely.
I don't know what it is. But thanks for coming through, B.
Yeah,
man.
Yeah, B.
This
We
is
love
fantastic.
having you on.
Man,
and
you know about
before
it.
you can
You
talk
know
about
about it,
all
man.
kinds of
You ain't
things.
here,
I
boy.
know, man. And you know about you want you back and think, big man.
Yeah.
So yeah, B. Thanks a lot for coming through. Check out Gibbzy Dan song. Support Gibbzy Dan. With that being said, INO podcast. Be out.
Thanks for watching the INO podcast, Information, Knowledge, Observation. Be sure to give this video a like and subscribe to our channel. We'll see you soon.